Hi there, welcome back to Home Mystics. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Tutu Westerhoff, and I created this channel to share my thoughts and some inspiration on creating a home that supports you in your everyday life, and also running your home, and that your home is supposed to support you in becoming the best version of yourselves. I believe that the way we set up our homes can enhance the growth and the prosperity and love and abundance and all those wonderful things that we long for ourselves and for the ones that we love. Those of you who know my channel may have noticed that the setup is a little bit different, and there's a reason for that. Yes, I'm not in my living room anymore. I'm not in the dining room space. That is because that area of our home is like the central area of our home, a high traffic area, and there's so much movement there, and it makes it difficult for me to film whenever I'm ready. Let's just say it makes it more difficult for me to be spontaneous. I always have to plan things, set things up, and I also don't want to inconvenience my family, so I'm not able to be as, like get up and let's do this as I would like to be. I also have to set up my camera and my microphone and check the lighting. So I decided to find another spot in my home because that will help me to be more consistent. And I love things to be easy, because the easier things are, the more likely you are to follow them through and be consistent and crush that procrastination. Like always, I'm the kind of person that goes for getting rid of all of the complicating systems, because they are the ones that make it less likely for us to follow things through. So always try to make things simple and appealing, something that you like and enjoy, because then you are more likely to stick to it. A client who watches my YouTube videos asked me not too long ago why I don't share my beautiful home with my viewers, and why I don't do the room tours and the before and afters and all that. Well, one reason is because I believe that there's tons of videos out there that will help you with that. Okay, YouTube is full of home decorating, home organizing videos, and you can binge on those as much as you can. Okay, they give you instructions on how to set up your home and put things together, but I personally feel that too much of that can have a negative effect on us, leading us to be overwhelmed sometimes, and feelings of not being good enough, or in feelings of not having enough. These videos focus too much on what we have and what we don't have, and little on the science and the knowledge behind creating a great home. And that's what Home Mystic is all about. I want to share knowledge with you, and because to me it's all about understanding, because understanding things makes maintaining your home and your space more sustainable, because you don't start wandering off. Then you know what to do when changes occur, when you even get stuck. If you understand, you will even realize that you're stuck. Sometimes we don't even know that we're stuck. So my focus is on understanding your home, and that will help you to create a more sustainable home. I'm also not a big fan of oversharing, especially when it comes to my home. You guys, it is so noisy out there. Everybody's talking and talking about everything, and the temptation to share aspects of your life and of your home with total strangers and people that you don't know is large. You see, many don't know that there is an incredibly strong and immense strength and wisdom in keeping certain aspects of our lives and of our homes private. And today I would like to share why I think it is important, and maybe give you some inspiration on what you can do to keep your space safe and protected, because that also is a part of creating a wonderful home. And because my channel focuses on creating a happy home, that's exactly what I want to talk about. Paying more attention to protecting our homes and keeping them safe. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed, I don't plan on sharing all the rooms in my house with you. I will not open all my drawers, all my cupboards, and all my counters. I will not go into my children's bedrooms, my sacred bedroom, for you to see, okay? Not even my bathroom, because I love my privacy. Now, I'm not saying I'm never, ever, ever going to go into little spaces, little corners of these rooms if I really want to go in depth with something and explain something a little clearer. But on a whole, I will not be doing that. Before starting this channel, I talked with a whole lot of people, a lot of friends and family, and told them what I wanted to do. And they were all happy for me, supporting me and telling me to go ahead. But there was something stopping me. There was like a quiet voice, a very stubborn voice inside my head saying, hey, Tutu, think about this. Do you really want to do this? It was not procrastinating. I can tell the difference between my intuition and procrastinating, because that was not procrastination. This voice was another one. It wasn't until I think it was the day that I was smudging my home that it dawned on me. Okay, I was passing around with the smoke. The smoke from white sage is used to cleanse yourself and your home or your space of negative and stagnant, stuck energy and unseen clutter. So the practice of smudging, they call it a burning white sage, is to help to restore a sense of calm in the home. So it wasn't until then that I realized that I have such a strong need to keep my home protected. There is a reason why I was holding back. It is because I honestly do not want to give everyone out there complete access to my home. That's it. I want to share information and knowledge, because when it comes to homemaking, I know that I've got the talent. I know that I can explain things. I want to help people where I can without having to expose my space or all of me. You see, not everyone who claps for you means well for you. And one of my priorities is to have a safe home, and I stick to that. I have the responsibility to protect the people in my home and myself. And this applies to online stuff just as well as offline. And that is the message that I want to pass on to you today. Keep your homes protected. Just listen. You know how you feel when you've been around happy, joyful people having fun, this uplifting and positive atmosphere, and people are just enjoying themselves, and you get that positive feel, and it stays with you sometimes for days, sometimes a very long time. You know that the same goes for when you're being around bad vibes, negative people that just, moaning and that leave you absolutely drained. The same applies. That is because we are influenced by the energy around us. We live with it even long after an event or any occurrence has ended, or the company has gone home, or even the YouTube video has been uploaded. This feeling, this vibe still remains. It is essential to learn how to protect our personal space and to treat our homes like sacred places. I want you to understand that the constant sharing and oversharing of information can be dangerous. And embracing the power of silence and keeping certain aspects of our lives private is a valuable practice. So here are some examples of how you can maybe incorporate this in your lifestyle. First of all, by setting intentions. Take your time, take a moment to reflect on what you want to invite into your home, into your space, and what you want to keep out. And that includes not only the things, that includes the people. Cleaning and cleansing, as I said earlier, this can be done through smudging with some sage or Palo Santo, incense, using essential oils, candles. Even playing music can cleanse the vibe in your home. By prayer or praying out loud, all of that can keep your home protected. And by doing so, you can remove every negative or stagnant energy and create a harmonious environment. Yes, that's something you really should think about doing, especially, speaking out positive words. As I do often talk about in most of my videos, is also about establishing sacred spaces. This could be specific rooms or small corners where you can relax and meditate and practice mindfulness and engage in prayer. These areas can kind of like stand for like the protecting zones that, look out for everything else in your home, where you have your conversations with God. By dedicating a space to your spiritual practice, you protect your sanctuary and your entire home. Practicing mindfulness is another thing. So you must also pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your emotions and your intentions and the things that you carry with you in your mind when you're entering your space, or when you're leaving your space. So when you're entering your home, for example, you make sure that you're not coming in with negative thoughts and negative vibes, and trying your best to keeping the positive ones within your sanctuary of peace and tranquility. At the same time, I think protecting your home is one thing, but what you share is also a form of protecting your home. Things like your personal struggles and traumas. People love to share these information, these things too much. And I know that it is important to seek support during difficult times when we're going through things, but some struggles and some traumas are best kept personal, because sharing these deeply personal experiences with the wrong audience, with the wrong people, can lead to further emotional disasters or pain and hurt. So you can protect your homes by also protecting your personal life and the things that you talk about, because having expressing your certain problems with people that are not fit to understand it, whether it's online or offline, that can have how can I call this? That can have a feedback or a reflect on what's going on in your home. Just like acts of kindness as well and charity. Some people, when they do something good, they're going around boasting, oh, I did this and I did that. But those things are meant to be selfless and genuine acts. So broadcasting these things that you've done takes away from the authenticity and turns them into like displays of ego. And not everybody likes that ego and boastfulness, and they in turn can send back some negativity towards you, even though you're coming from a positive place, trying to do something positive. So again, this is also applies to what you share, how you share it, and when you share it, and with who you share information. Your personal goals and dreams is also something that I believe that, when you keep them private, it allows you to protect your aspirations from other people's influences, because I've noticed that with myself. When I tell people what I plan on doing, they, coming from a good place, even they put their own little pinch of salt and pepper to it, and that kind of influences my judgments or my plans for the future. So here again, I'm not saying do not share with other people, but you have to be very specific and very careful with what you share, because that can have an influence or influence on the way you do things generally. So maintaining your privacy is to set clear boundaries. This means setting limits on what you share. Not everything needs to be shared with the world. Sometimes maintaining your privacy means saying no to certain requests or certain invitations. It is okay to refuse to share personal information or participating in activities that make you uncomfortable. Your privacy is a right, and it's essential to prioritize it, because it will help you in your well-being above all else. So, lovelies, your home is not just a physical structure. I've said that several times. It is a reflection of your inner world. And by nurturing its spiritual aspects, you can create a space that nurtures and supports your well-being. Thanks for watching, and remember, an organized home is a happy home. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and stay positive and keep growing, and share it with friends and family, or with anyone that you think might want to listen to this. Leave a comment. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Even if you have any ideas for me, any inspiration on futures videos that I can make in the future. Bless you all. Thank you for passing by. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. See you next time. Bye-bye.